So welcome back. You will probably notice that my surroundings are a little bit different. I'm on my Java world. I want to give a quick update. So I'm not sure how long ago it will have been when this video comes out that I posted my last video from the island. But in the meantime, although I have done some work on the island and did some recording, Microsoft pushed out some changes uh, post the copper drop that have completely hosed Bedrock. I don't know if you've seen some of the other videos on this on YouTube or seen some of the posts, but Microsoft has completely hosed Bedrock. You'll probably remember as I was riding my boat around or even just running across the island that periodically the game would just pause like so. And I couldn't hit E, I couldn't hit escape to restart the game. I actually had to come in and click back to game to continue on playing. It's been a nuisance. It happened every once in a while, but I don't know what the change was that exacerbated it, but it's happening all the time now. And what's even worse is that every time I right click, there's about a 50% chance on Bedrock that my mouse is going to shoot off of the screen, appear on my other monitor with the right click button menu up, and it pauses the game, and then I have to find my cursor, bring it back over here, and restart the game. And it's not just every once in a while. It's weird. Uh, it'll happen about 50% of the time. I'll click to open a chest, and it will pause the game. I'll have to come back, restart the game. Then I open the chest, and it's fine. I click to walk out of a door, and it'll pause the game. I have to restart the game. I click the door open again, and it'll be fine. I can walk right out. To get back in, I click the door. It'll pause the game. I have to start the game, click the door again, then I can walk in, and it is just a nightmare. And I'm not the only one who's seeing this. There are other bugs that have recently resurfaced. I don't know if you've ever heard of the pink glitch, where everything turns different shades of pink. I personally haven't experienced that one, thank goodness. Uh, and then there's a memory leak as well, where people will be playing and then just over the course of a little bit of time, the game will start slowing down and dragging till it starts just freezing and you can't do anything. Uh, I've seen that one once or twice, and I've had to kill the game completely and restart it, and it'll be fine. But it's the right mouse click that's so bad right now, at least for me. It's made the game virtually unplayable. I've done some work over on the island, and I recorded it, but it was so frustrating, and you can hear it in my voice that uh, I I don't even want to post the video because it's just horrible. So I want to log into my Java world here and give an update. This I think the last video I posted from Bedrock was my Elven Treehouse world down in the valley there. This is my Java. This was my original treehouse world here. I spawned right over here in the Badlands, up on the top of that mountain over there, and I saw this little island right here with all these beautiful tall uh, jungle trees. So I came over here and I built my little starter base up here in the trees, away from the bad guys down there. You can see I've got a little sheep farm over there. I've got my standard farmer set up over here. Uh, I've got a rail system underneath of there to pick up the carrots. They're also breeders. That's where this guy came from. And there's actually a librarian kind of in, there's a little stall right between the two houses there where there's a librarian down there who sells mending books. Um, I've got my portal to the nether here. It's very dangerous in there. It was a horrible spawn. In fact, my granddaughter was playing with me one day and she zoned in here and immediately stepped right off of a ledge. And I dropped, I don't know, 50, 75 blocks straight down into lava and lost everything. Up here, I've got an enchanting set up. Climb the vines up here. Uh, yeah, so I really like this. Is a really cool seed. I really like this world. Uh, The only thing is, I just don't play Java that often. I'm mostly a Bedrock player, so I haven't gotten very far over here. I've done a little bit of exploring off this way, and there's a huge ocean right over here on the other side of the jungle. And I've kind of explored uh, the perimeter of this. Actually, I guess I can't call it an ocean. It's probably a huge sea, like the Mediterranean. It's huge and it goes way around over there. And I've explored it via boat, the shoreline all the way around. Let's see. Let's take the vine down. Let's see. I've got my first, my starter farm is still right over there. I kind of use this farm over here. Here's my sheep pen. Down here is the entrance to my mine. I've got a spawner down here. Uh, I was starting a strip mine and I was just punching a long straight line out this way, and then I was going to come back putting, strip mines on either side here. And I got way down here to the bottom and went that way, and I hit a spawner room, and there were three spawners like right next to each other, all in the same room. So I spent a little bit of time putting together that triple experience farm down there. Uh, this was actually open. I kind of enclosed this here. This goes around, and there's a mine shaft over here. You'll see it here in a second. Other than that, this doesn't really go far. It goes down to where you see right there, and then it just blocked off. Let's see. We'll finish coming down here, and you'll see I had to put in a little bridge uh, across a little underground lake here, and up here you can see there's the mine shaft I was talking about, and that cavern that we were up over here, it just comes around to right here. This really goes nowhere. I swam down there a little bit. It's just a big body of water. Up here there's a geode. Um, as I was mining straight down along here, I came into a kind of an open cavern, and there was a big hole here. So I went down to the bottom, and let's see, you can kind of see it right there. Uh, I go on down to just about to bedrock level, and I've got a long strip mine down there for diamonds. So right over here is where I was punching through here, and I came into this big open cavern over here, and I just kind of stopped because when I opened it up here, let's see, we'll peek in here. There's one of the spawners there. You can see some zombies over. Well, maybe you can see it. Oh, skeleton. So I connected all those two, and right down here, because the third one is so far away, I kind of have to stand right here If I come over this far here, the third one isn't active. So I stand right here and I just let this fill up, and I can just barely reach it from about right over here. And got a little hole here. That's my soul sand. It shoots them up, they go across, and then they fall down, and I can give them one hit here. And I get so much loot out of here because it's such a productive farm that I've had to set up this double chest system here. And if you look over here, this is my overflow. I've already brought a bunch of this up to that cleric villager up there, and I trade all this rotten flesh with that cleric. I will never run out of arrows, even though I've got an infinity bow. And here you can see here I've taken the bones and I convert them into bone blocks. So I mean, really, I've got all the resources here that I pretty much would ever need, and I just use it for experience. So with Bedrock being, there were some diamonds here, I think. With Bedrock being virtually unplayable for right now, uh, I will. I think I'm probably going to start a Let's Play over here on Java, and I'll just play the Let's Play for a while, and I'll record and post from my Java Let's Play. And I'll just keep checking back in, and if they ever get the Bedrock issues fixed, I'll jump back out onto my little castaway island out there and continue because I love my little island. I've done a little bit more work, like I said, and I recorded it, but the recordings are so bad between the glitches that have been pushed out by Microsoft and the vibrant visuals update, which I don't think I like, to be honest. Uh, it took me a while to figure out how to get rid of the clouds and that type of thing, and I hate the water. Uh, you can see right through the water much easier with those vibrant visuals on, but to me it feels like cheating. It's almost as if you constantly have uh, see in the dark potion on you so that you can see. But then once you go in the water, you can't see anything. It's horrible. So, yeah, and unfortunately, I know that the bedrock problems, if they were here on Java, that one of two things would happen, or maybe both. One, the player base would be up in arms and Mojang would immediately fix the problem. Or two, the Java modding community would have a mod out the next day that fixes the issues. Uh, and unfortunately, we don't have that on Bedrock. I'm lucky enough I can still play Java because I play on a PC, but a lot of people play on the Nintendo Switch or on PlayStation, I guess, and they don't have access to playing on a PC, so they're stuck with Java. With Bedrock. So yeah, so expect to see a new Let's Play here in the next couple days. I'll choose a random world, and we will set out, find us a nice little spot to settle down, and we'll start a new little civilization over here on Java. I've played Java before, not often. I actually beat the dragon once, just so I could say I had. Uh, but yeah, the vast majority of my play since Bedrock came out has been on Bedrock. For some reason, I prefer it. So, all right. So that's the update. That's the state of Bedrock right now, at least for me. So until we see you in, I guess, the new Java Let's Play, uh, see ya. Bye bye.